Hello, and thank you for choosing Dynasplint Systems. The following video is designed to help you identify each component of the Dynasplint, demonstrate the fitting process, and provide a general review of the treatment protocol. Please remember that just as each animal is unique, so is each treatment. This video is only a guide and should not replace the assistance of your Dynasplint consultant. Thank you for choosing Dynasplint Systems, where we hope to stretch beyond your expectations.
The Equine Fetlock Dynasplint is used to support the fetlock at its normal angle, allowing the soft tissues in the joint to tighten over a period of time.
Your Dynasplint system will arrive fully padded and labeled, ready to apply to the animal. In your box, you will find photographs, written fitting instructions, a treatment schedule that your Dynasplint sales consultant has designed specifically for your animal, additional padding that will be necessary throughout the treatment process, a screwdriver used to adjust the tension throughout the duration of the treatment. You will also find a FedEx prepaid label. Please save this label as well as a box, as you will need them when you and your consultant have decided that your animal's treatment is complete. Before applying the Dynasplint system, please speak with your sales consultant about adding a wrap underneath a splint. Wrapping is not always necessary, but since each horse is unique, wrapping can sometimes prevent further complications.
To apply the Equine Fetlock Contracture Dynasplint, hold the Dynasplint system up to the horse's fetlock to check the length of the proximal and distal struts. The cam should line up with the middle of the fetlock joint. The distal strut should extend down the pastern angle, almost touching the ground. The proximal struts should extend as far up the cannon bone as possible without coming in direct contact with a carpus or hock. To adjust the length of the struts, you will find either set screws covered with electrical tape or a pull pin and lock adjustment. However, on the full-size splints, you will find Allen screws on the distal struts. In this case, the adjustment tool will have the Allen wrench under the red plastic cap. First, remove and save the electrical tape. Loosen the set screw by turning to the left. Only a few turns is needed so it doesn't fall out. Slide the tubes within each other to the desired lengths and then tighten. Using the electrical tape, recover the screw. This will ensure the screws do not walk out. What you do to one side, you must do to the other. Some Dynasplint systems have a pull pin and lock adjustment. Simply pull and move the tubes to the desired position until they click in place. Your Dynasplint consultant has labeled the cuffs front top, front bottom, back top, and back bottom. Begin by opening the back top and back bottom cuff. Bring the splint around the front of the leg. Line the proximal wing pads up with either side of the cannon bone, while also lining the cam up with the middle of the fetlock joint. Tighten the back top cuff first, feeding it through the D-wire and pulling it as tight as possible. Pull the front top cuff snug as well. Next, pick the horse's hoof up off the ground. Pull the distal struts back so the wing pads are lined up on either side of the hoof. Loop the back bottom cuff through the D-wire and tighten. Pull the front bottom cuff snug. Go back over each cuff and pull snug once more from both ends. This will ensure the splint is pulled as tight as possible. The butterfly strap should cuff the fetlock, propping it up. Pull each tab as snug as possible behind the fetlock. Wrap the duct tape around the top and bottom cuffs to prevent the splint from slipping and discourage chewing. To remove the splint, cut the duct tape, making sure not to cut any straps or cuffs. Undo the back top and back bottom cuffs, as well as the two tabs on the butterfly strap. Once the splint has been removed, be sure to fasten all the Velcro straps in order to maintain proper orientation. Your Dynasplint consultant has preset the initial tension on your horse's splint. The initial tension setting on the Dynasplint system should be anywhere between a 5 and 12. Once the Dynasplint system has been applied, you should aim to see the fetlock supported at a normal angle. If you feel you need more support, you may increase the tension setting one increment at a time until the fetlock is where it needs to be. If your horse seems uncomfortable, you may need to decrease the tension on the splint. Please contact your Dynasplint consultant with any questions regarding tension. To adjust the tension setting, insert the silver screwdriver into the hollow end of the proximal strut. To increase the tension, turn the screwdriver to the right. Remember, righty-tighty. And to decrease the tension, turn the screwdriver to the left. Remember, lefty-loosey. Because the Dynasplint system is a bilateral tensioning device, what you do to one side, you must do to the other. The window with the red or blue scales on the proximal struts shows the tension setting. Be sure they match. The Fetlock Laxity Dynasplint must be worn 24 hours a day in order to provide adequate support to the soft tissues. The horse must be stalled when wearing the Dynasplint system. The tension setting should be decreased over a period of time once the soft tissues in the fetlock have tightened. Do not adjust the tension without speaking with your Dynasplint consultant. Please follow the treatment schedule your Dynasplint consultant has included in the box. If your Dynasplint consultant has recommended adding a wrap under the splint, please do so before splinting. This wrap should be removed along with the splint on a daily basis. It is very important that you check the leg on a daily basis. This can be done by running your hand up and down the leg, feeling for signs of irritation or swelling. Finally, if there are any signs of soreness or stiffness that persist longer than 20 minutes, please call your Dynasplint consultant.